So today we're off to Kusadasi, me and Lillian, because I need to get some paperwork sorted for my bike, because it's staying down here for about 6 weeks, something like that. When I rode over the border into Turkey, you get a stamp in your passport saying that you've bought a vehicle in, and you can't leave the country without either the vehicle or paperwork to say that the vehicle can stay here. So we've got to go to Kusadasi, to the port there. I've got to talk with the customs, I think, and they will put either a stamp in my passport or give me a piece of paper with the passport, so that when we come to the border, when we leave on Tuesday next week, that I'll actually be able to leave. I've heard that if you haven't got that piece of paper, you can get a bit of a fat fine, like 500 euros or something like that. So best to avoid that. So that's what we're going to do today, and probably have a little look around the Ephesus museum, something like that, or at least Lillian is. I might do some editing. Museums are kind of not my thing, but anyway, off we go. Okay, so we're just doing a little bit of drone footage over Bird Island and Kusadasi, and then suddenly this guy turns up on his motorbike with his car keys on, and it's the gendarme, and he didn't speak any English at all, and the Turkish that I can speak really didn't help, because it was pointless me asking for a beer, but yeah, so he basically got on Google Translate, and apparently either some people locally have complained or I don't know what, but it was basically we need to kind of pack it away and move on. So he asked me if I had a drone license, and I said you don't need a drone license for a drone that's 249 grams in any country. But there are restrictions here in Turkey, in certain places like in Ephesus and stuff like that there is, but there was no signs anywhere to say don't fly drones like there is in some of the other places. So we've got some lovely footage anyway before we had to pack it away, but that one was a little bit, that got my heart going a little bit, because I thought, here we go, I'm going down to the gendarme station, and I've heard that they're not the most kind of like, they don't offer you tea and coffee when you get down there, to put it that way. So me and Lillian tearing up the streets of Kusadasi. Not really. We're just literally
Bird Island behind us.
Oh yeah. I just filmed Bird Island, but no, listen, I can't find it anywhere. There it is. Yep, just sorting out all the stuff for the Thunderbird so that it can live in Turkey for a few weeks. Maybe like 6-7 weeks before I take it home, which would be fun. But apparently I can't leave the country without some kind of permission to leave the bike down here. Right, so we found out that the customs doesn't open until 1:30. So we went and got some food instead, and I went for my chicken shish again. I'm like addicted to the chicken shish, but that's all good. So now we're going to go over, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I've got all the paperwork that I need, because if not, I've got to come back out here again with something else. But passport, V5 and international insurance should do the trick. So here we go. Right, we are here at the customs building, the Directorate of Customs, and they're open, thankfully. So now we get to see if I got my paperwork right, or if we need to come back. Here we go. Right, so that was pretty good. So it turns out that I'm allowed to keep the bike down here until the 15th of November, which is 3 months. So you're allowed to keep your vehicle for 3 months down here, and then you need to take it out of the country. So that's all straightforward. Just need to go and get my passport and my V5 copied. They keep a copy of that on the file. I probably get some kind of stamp on my passport, or it goes onto the system, because they could see on the system when I came into the country, and that corresponded with the date in my passport. So all good. That can happen. That's how you do it down here in the land of Turkey. But I have to go and get the copies done myself in the local market. So I'm going now. So I just come into this market and I met Dwayne Johnson, the Turkish version. Very cool. What's your name, man?
Murat.
Murat?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like that. Anyway, it's my claim to fame. Okay, found this guy. He's decided to help us. That's really good. I don't know what your name is. What's your name?
Dennis.
Dennis.
It means sea.
I know. Perfect. And this guy here as well. I don't know what his name is. Sam. Sam and Dennis.
We are in
They've
Turkey.
helped us.
Kusadasi.
Very helpful. Right, they took photocopies of this, so now handing this in should be all I need to do. So here we go again. Back to the lady in the corner of the room. Well, that was pretty straightforward, to be fair. I've got a piece of paper that's on their system so that I can leave the country without any trouble at all, and it was really quite straightforward. So now we know how to do that. If I come down with a bike or the car or whatever, we can leave it here, but I need to come to Kusadasi and get that stamp, basically. They didn't stamp my passport, it just goes onto their digital system, so when I come to the border crossing, if it flags up that, you know, I came here with a vehicle, they'll be able to see that I'm allowed to leave without the vehicle. But I've got until the 15th of November to get the bike out of the country. So there we go. There's another adventure on the way. you ride 5,000 kilometers, and then you go to buy some pizza down at the supermarket and you lay your flipping bike down and snap your foot peg off. What? Not every day you're having a nice quiet day at the pool and someone just walks past you with a motorcycle. Yeah, it's living down here for 6 weeks until I can ride it back. Okay, so this is going to be fun. Is this okay? It's 260 kilos. Get some books underneath it. The Katie Price book should go under there. This is going to be fun. Let's line it up. Should I ride it down or? Nah. Right.
Just take your time. In your hand, just there.
How's the back wheel? Is that looking lined up?
Yeah. Keep going. Yeah, continue, yeah. Yeah, back wheel's coming on now. That's it. Oh, near water. Those books are doing the job. Hey! Never end down. Never end down.
That's good. That was too easy. Well, it's too easy. It should be harder. It's just a laugh. So I'll probably disconnect the battery and easy. Right, get an old sheet from upstairs. Yeah, it's more secure. Here it is. The cat's just walked in the way. That's all good though. That's good for the tube. Cheers then, cat. You've probably just been stood in front of it the whole time.